What's up, gang? Welcome to Fight the Funk podcast. I'm your host, Magic Collins, exploring mental health, culture, and the world around us. This is Fight the Funk. And today I've been doing a little reflecting. I don't usually do podcasts on a Sunday. I usually be recuperating, enjoying my time. But there's a lot going on, man, and I've been reflecting a lot. I just had a friend's memorial service, so something to think about. I just want to put this out there, that one of my mentor, my first mentor, moving down to LA, and one of the first things he told me was, "Don't stop." I know the song pops into your head, "Don't Stop Believing," but don't stop. It was about '07 writer strike, and he was saying the people that make it don't stop. People that make it, and at that point it was entertainment. So the people that make it entertainment don't stop. And I was like, oh, that's easy. Like, I can do this game day in, day out. Like, take the classes nonstop. Is That's my jam. Do the work, yeah, all day, every day. But as I've gotten older, I realized that don't stop is actually don't stop finding your purpose. And as it changes, because I think at the time as we get older, we go into life thinking, or go into the adult world thinking that we're going to be, this is it. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And we start doing that year out. Like, I was in entertainment, and stand-up acting, all that stuff is always going to be a part of me. But 12, 15 years of studying, applying myself, going to every audition, yada, yada, yada. That don't stop was lived and practiced to very, very amazing levels of accomplishments, and which I am appreciative of. And but that now his quote and his wisdom that he left me with, and don't stop now resonates as far as just life in general, beyond entertainment, beyond whatever career path people choose, is more, don't stop pursuing fulfillment. Don't stop pursuing what gives you purpose in life. And that's what a lot of the conversations I had last evening with all of the loved ones and the people who knew the man best, and just what he brought to people's lives, and how he coached them and made them feel like they could take that next step of finding what their passion was. And so I love my friend and mentor, and his family. Wish them the best. My thoughts and prayers, and positive vibes, all to the family. And I know there's a lot going on in the world, so that's another reason why I'm doing this podcast. So if anybody takes anything out of this as far as just personal development, is don't stop, but don't stop developing your passion, and what makes you, what brings you fulfillment in life. And so with that, I'm going to be talking about this recall, man. And I just want to, I know there's a lot of people out there is like, I don't want to vote again. I did that. We just did that. I don't want to do this again. Like, why are we voting again? Because billionaires told us we need to do this again, because the general public, they don't actually have the power to they do, but to rally people together who have to go to work and are trying to get kids back to school and get things back to going, is like that wouldn't have been it wouldn't have been successful had it just been average people. Like, yeah, let's recall Newsom. So this is billionaires. In 2018, they tried to get him out before. 60% of these billionaires, like, he does not serve our needs. And so we need him out. They just didn't have enough tools to get a recall off the ground before. But you use enough stoke up enough anger and rage. Now you get people like, all right, cool, let's do it. I don't know why this, but yeah, I don't want to wear a mask, or I'm not happy with how this getting out of this pandemic has gone, which I don't think any governor has done good during this pandemic. No governor has come out of this pandemic doing a good job. It's impossible. That's an impossible task. You just hope they did a job. And whatever you think of Gavin Newsom as a person, as a political duke, and how he served his constituents, he did a job. And people are going back to normal life. They're going back. Kids are going back to school. Things are progressing. Progress is being made. I think that's all you can ask for somebody in a impossible situation, because that is what this is. It's impossible situation for anybody in leadership. You just hope they make decisions based on study, research, and their due diligence. So this recall is disappointing, because it's very wasteful, very distracting, because we just had an election that took everything out of everybody. Last thing people want is, I can't speak for everybody, last thing, with that voter fatigue, we like, what's up this year-round voting campaigning, man? We need some time. We need a break. And I think that's part of why this feels like a steal, where it's like all we need is just under 30%. We don't even have to be a democracy and have to get the majority. We can just fang dangle and slip a dude in there, and now he's like, he can be our pawn. We can do whatever. We can just whatever we want. Like, that's Larry Elder, man. Like, the dude, come on. If you have an issue with the homeless situation right now and the crisis that is the homeless situation, houseless situation, however the phrase what works for you, but what needs to be handled, it's Larry Elder voted for Reagan. Reagan created the modern day, like what we know of a homeless crisis now, was set off by Reagan kicking out, like just slashing mental health institutions right and left. Like, cool, I can regain and fandangle financial institutions and cut these mental health institutions right on out and just put people on the street overnight. So Larry Elder is not going to be the answer to our homeless crisis. That is not his MO. Just like it wasn't Reagan's MO as he created what this crisis is. And it's if you are like, man, we got to do something, we can look at other cities and figure out like who is tackling this the best. Like what city, what county is doing a good, like are making progress with the homeless situation, and then what cities are doing nothing, like really just waiting for the sweeps to come back, so they can just do the postcard cities. Like, we turn LA back into the postcard city, where it's like we just have nice spots that we can take pictures and feel like we done something. And that's how we've dealt with the homeless crisis before. We pick up homeless people, houseless people, we pick them up and drop them off into less desirable neighborhoods. A very, very shady practice. Like, oh, what you doing in this neighborhood? We're going to pick you up and drop you off in Compton. We're going to pick you up and drop you off in the Valley, different cities in the Valley. And everybody knew it. Everybody knows it. That is the sweeps. It's like you take homeless and you drop them off into neighborhoods and cities that don't have the same cachet, I should say. So Larry Elder is not going to help the homeless crisis. It's just going to go back to what it always has been. Hide the homeless, hide the houseless, get them out of view from the more prevalent neighborhoods, so they can just block them out again, and not actually solve the situation. So that's what, and to the this is a conservative black dude, which is nothing against conservative, because I think everybody is progressive and conservative. Like, we all have things that we like to, like, that's I like how that, let's just keep that going. Let's not be too reckless making changes in this regard, which I think, as a conservative in this regard, to me, the conservative move is just like, keep Gavin Newsom, and then if you don't like the man, campaign against them next year. Like that, to me, that is the conservative move, rather than this reckless. Throw this guy in who's a talk radio show host, and something might happen that's maybe decently, I don't know. He doesn't really seem like the type that would do something for people whatsoever, his belief is the best minimum wage is $0, so that doesn't look too good for working class people. Immigration rights, pretty much anything that people, general public, works for. This dude is not for that. Like, he's a perfect elitist in his own way. Not saying Gavin Newsom isn't elitist, but there's a lot of rich people that don't want that man in office, and Larry Elder will uphold any agenda backed by affluent, backed by billionaires, pretty much. He's a perfect candidate for that. And that's why you see Larry Elder's signs all over the place and nobody else. Because, this dude will serve the rich. He will serve the elites without question. So, again, that's just my take on the whole issue. Because I'm like, why are we even voting again? If anybody, and another thing about this whole situation and voting, election day, September 14th, which I like to say September 10th, because really September 14th is the last day, is the end date. So it's really is go out and vote September 10th, by September 10th, by September 11th, by September 12th. That's more of the date, you don't wait till September 14th, especially if nobody's trying to vote again. None of us want this year-round stuff, man. It is brutal. You're trying to focus on life, and then you gotta, hey, donate to this campaign, and we need you to donate another $10, and hey, this is of the utmost important that you do this now. That stuff is exhausting. This year-round money grab, the year-round. At the end of the day, man, we forget the things that need to be focused on, get money out of politics. Larry Elder, Gavin Newsom, whatever politician that's in these seats is get this money out of politics, man. So we don't have these year-round campaigns, man.